And I'm using this exhaust manifold to pry on, and I just pop it out.
What's up guys? It's your buddy Josh here with another automotive repair video for the DIYer. It's been a minute since I've made one of these, and I have a good reason for that, but I want to thank everybody for all the awesome support, comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions. And I want to urge you guys to keep doing that stuff. Keep inspiring me to make good content for you guys. Now, today's video is going to be spark plug and wire replacement. Now, we're going to be doing this on an 07 Chevy Tahoe 5.3 liter. But this technique and method applies to all vehicles, particularly Chevrolet engines back to about 2002. So get your notepad ready and let's get it. So all you need to do this job is a 3/8 ratchet, a spark plug socket, and a 1-inch extension. I've got the copper anti-seize and dielectric grease here as well, but there's a couple tools that make it a lot easier, and you'll see why through the video. I've got some hose grip pliers, an assortment of wobble extensions, and a 3/8 cordless ratchet.
All right, let's go ahead and get these spark plug wires disconnected. Up top is where I like to start. Twist and pull down. Sometimes they're on there kind of tight. You might have to work it, but you can usually just twist them and pull them off. So the bottom ones down here is a place where it can kind of get a little sticky. And when I say sticky, I really mean it, because the spark plug boots are rubber and they like to grip that porcelain on the spark plug, especially if it's never been tuned up or it's been a long time. So what you want to do is twist, and it's going to be hard. It'll give some resistance, but twist back and forth to break that bond. And it may take a minute, and what you can do is just pull it off like that.
Now the wire boots on these Chevys can often be a little stubborn. And if you don't have enough room to get a good pull with your hand, or it's just really seized, I like to use these hose grip pliers, and I just slip it around the boot, gently work it back and forth, and I'm using this exhaust manifold as leverage to pry back on. Just pry back and pop it off. Works pretty nice. Now make sure you save these metal insulator sleeves, because you're going to slip them onto the new wires. And don't ruin them, but if you do damage them a bit, at the end of the video I'm going to show you a way to fix that.
Alright, so it's spark plug pulling time. You can see I've got my setup here, my spark plug socket, wobble extension, and flex head ratchet. Now you can do it without a flex head ratchet or a wobble extension, but I'll tell you what, it makes it a whole lot easier with one. We're just going to pop it down in there, get it on there, just pop it down, get it out. So just to make things go a little bit faster, I'm going to go ahead and throw my cordless air ratchet on this plug here. Go ahead and pull it out. Now just a quick pro tip on getting these plugs out. As you can see on the driver's side, there's a lot of room. There's not a lot restricting your access. But on the passenger side here, it's another story. You can see we've got a lot of hoses, wires, just crap in our way that makes the job just a little bit more difficult. But don't let that intimidate you. This is when a good set of wobble extensions comes in handy. And depending on your make and model, you might use all different sorts of them. But on this particular 07, the 2.5 inch works great for the first 3 plugs. But for that back plug, it can be a little bit more difficult. That's when I like to use the 1-inch extension, or no extension at all. Start the ratchet down low, not from above, and slip your socket and extension on, then connect the ratchet. So the plugs I'm going with are the OEM or Iridium plugs, the ones that came in it, the day the vehicle rolled off the assembly line. They do not require to be gapped. They are pre-gapped at the factory, and they specify do not gap them. So I'm going to leave them alone. But if you got a different plug, chances are you will have to gap them. So keep that in mind. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to do that, and it's pretty straightforward. But one thing I will do is put some copper anti-seize on the threads before I install. Plugs are ready to go in.
Now to reinstall the same way they came out, a socket and small extension makes that process a little bit easier. Go ahead and thread them in the same way they came out. Now to make things a little bit quicker, I like to just run them down with the cordless, but you don't need it. Grab my ratchet. And put a nice solid torque on it. Don't over tighten these, because if you break them off, you're going to be crying. The torque spec on this is 11 pounds. I've been doing it long enough. I just kind of know how tight they're supposed to be, but not too tight, but definitely not loose, I guess is the way I would explain it to you. Just cinch them down. All right, I got the new wires ready to go back in now that the plugs are in. And I always like to put a dab of dielectric grease on each end of each boot. It insulates and prevents those boots from sticking next time you try to pull it out. Now before you put the new wires back in, make sure you pull the insulator sleeves off the old ones and reinstall them onto the new ones. These wires will not last as long if you don't have them. And I see a lot of people just discard these and just, straight up plug them in like that. It'll work, but this is the right way to do it. Make sure you slip those back on. All right, but what if you have a situation like this where you kind of damaged the sleeve when you were pulling it out? It won't push back in. We can't get it in. Well, what you can do, a little trick, get you an extension, 3/8 extension, and just kind of work it, wallow it out and reshape it a little bit. The top end works really good too. Get that in there and just take your time, kind of work it around. And now it pops back in. All right, back on with our wires and we will be done. So a little tip, just start at the bottom here, slip it onto the plug, and just kind of work it back and forth while you push. Yeah, I know, tons of opportunities for jokes here. But what you want to do is feel and almost hear a little click. And moving it back and forth while you push helps that. And what that is the wire making contact and seating down onto the spark plug. You want to feel that. Do the same here at the top. A little side to side action while we push. Oh yeah. And they're in. And we'll go ahead and do that for the rest of them and this baby will be licked. And as you can see, the new plugs and wires are in place with the help of time-lapse photography. And we're good to go. And that's that. Too easy, guys, right? Hey, I hope the video helped, and I hope you properly now understand how to replace spark plugs and wires, and what some of the tools and techniques are that can make that job just a little bit easier on you. Hey, if I left anything out, any techniques you'd like to share, don't hesitate to throw those down in the comments below. And please continue to keep supporting the channel. Comment, like, share, all the above. This is Josh signing out, and I'll see you in the garage.